Welcome to P2R.
Picking to Repurpose. We'll be blasting your expectations.
If you don't care for your immediate family, you can always pick a new one.
Reflecting the tastes and trends of the past.
Advanced styles of the season. What time is it?
It's P2R time.
P2R was created with support by Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation. Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation understands the importance of renovation financing. With a renovation loan, you can turn an outdated house into your ideal home. It's time to make your renovation dreams a reality. Visit our website to learn more. Also in part by Pitkin County Solid Waste Center. Located just outside Aspen, Colorado. We are firm believers that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Reducing, reusing, and recycling waste are guiding principles in our community. The Pitkin County Solid Waste Center is more than just a landfill. It is a partner in the larger goal of environmental stewardship and Glenwood Caverns Adventure Park in historic Glenwood Springs. Elevating family fun and adventure since 1999. We offer scenic gondola rides to our mountaintop theme park all year round. With thrill rides, cave tours, family-oriented attractions, and panoramic views of the Colorado and Roaring Fork River valleys. Glenwood Caverns, where our mission is to make people smile. Learn more at glenwoodcaverns.com.
It all started over 50 years ago in 1965 when my parents got into the antiques business. They would scour all over Chicago finding these items, but my dad, he was known in Chicago as the junk man, the junker. And one of his favorite places he would go was Maxwell Street, and he would bring me along when I was old enough to go there because it wasn't the safest place. And my dad would always say, "Hey, Craig, if we can't find it at the street, we can't find it anywhere." In 1999, they opened up Tiffany's of Redstone here in Redstone, Colorado, and they've been doing what they've done for years, traditional antiques. And a couple years ago, Deborah Taylor came on board, a close friend of my father's, and Deb just brings so much to the table. And one of the things I love the most is her background in fashion design. It really softens up my, you might say, my hard-ass merchandising. Deb is just a firecracker. I like how she is able to see this creative beauty and pull things together. She knows how to bring these fabrics together and these looks, and she could do this with the vintage items. P2R, Picking to Repurpose, is another name for Tiffany's of Redstone. It's more of a reflection of the direction that Deborah and I are going to take this business. And now with the show, you'll be joining us on a journey of the pick, purpose, and placement of unique vintage items.
One man's trash looks like treasure to me. Yeah, one man's trash looks like treasure to me. It looks like treasure one man can see. I got the junk picker's blues, yeah.
Hey, Craig, what are you doing down there?
Trying to find those apothecary drawers. So what am I doing down here in the crawl space today? Well, I'm doing what we like to call shopping. Now, what is shopping? Over the decades, my dad developed what I call junk lingo, his Bobisms. And I'm down here, I was looking for these apothecary drawers that we picked, probably good 30, 40 years ago when I was a kid at Maxwell Street Market in Chicago. So let me get these drawers up and out of the hole here and show Deb that I finally found them.
They really exist?
Yes, they do, and I found them. Here they come.
Oh, wow.
I can save my back now. Here you go.
Wow. glisser or something or other.
How about some Sarspar? You know what's
There you
great
go.
about these are those knobs.
I know, they're the best.
Yeah, so my dad and I picked these about 30 years ago at Maxwell Street in Chicago, and that's the reason why we saved them is because of the knobs. But now I have the idea for that table.
Oh yeah, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, so I think I have to take you out to the garage there. I didn't show you those tops I just picked from that closed-up factory. They'll go good with this.
Oh, okay. Let's go out there and see.
Hey, Dad, this is one of those work tables I picked up at that closed-up factory on my last pick to the demo yard. And I thought, you know, I'm driving back with this thing, and I thought, I have some good ideas for this. My dad and I used to always find these and just make regular tables, but I thought, let's make it a whole different table, like with those apothecary drawers, like a all-purpose table. So we had the drawers on the side. This is the top, of course, not this length, but something appropriate that fits into a kitchen or a dining room. And then we get Master Milan to do all the welding with some great metal tubular stuff, and then I score it up and give it a nice patina.
So it'll be kind of industrial?
Yeah, you can say industrial, but functional too. It has a little bit of industrial look, but the apothecary drawers with those great knobs, we'll settle it down a little, tone it down a little. So what do you think I should do with this top?
I think you should definitely clean it up. And where it's lighter, fine. Where it's yellow, fine. And even where it's dark, fine. So it'll look like it's been used.
Well, that's the whole idea. Give it that look that it's not new. So it's been used, but it's still functional. Got to clean it enough that they could use it. So on that trip, I was mainly going to the demo yard, and Chris at the demo yard had a whole pile of these from some tear down or demo of a house. And what's nice about it, you can see how thick it is. It's old pine, but what really makes it really groovy is the grooves, which are tongue and groove, and they fit together. And I thought, well, maybe we could use this.
I don't like it. Maybe for a doghouse or something.
Okay, I understand. I don't like it exactly for this too, but I sort of like the concept for a future project. So let's get going on this.
This one. Let's go draw it up.
Yeah, so we get that to Milan, so we get this bad boy rolling, so we can show the people what we're up to.
Okay, sounds good. I like it.
Okay, when we always seem to find one item that really drives our creativity. As you saw, as I pulled these drawers up out of the crawl space, I've had an idea for a long time to use them for something my father did, but now I do. And what I'm thinking of is calling it like the all repurpose table, repurposing items into a new table. So what I'm thinking here, Deb, is putting a set of drawers, like 2 of them, on each end of the table. So we'll have some type of metal square legs, and this is an end view, so it's a Nero view. So you get these square legs on here, and then we have the drawers up here, like one right here, and then one right here. And this is to be like a support above here, metal support above the drawers, and then below the drawers, another metal support, and then of course a spacer between them. So this is like the side view. Then you're looking along the length of it. So we'll have like narrower metal. This is like maybe 4x4 or something. Then these will be like 2x2 pieces that go to length. So there's no top on here. We're just sort of doing a quick sketch so I could present them to our artist in Milan.
So is this gonna be where the drawers come here?
Yeah, from
and
the other
here,
side. Yes.
And then do they hit?
No.
Or are they flush?
No, look how narrow this is. So let's just sort of show the audience what I'm meaning, because this is a great idea with this table, this old kitchen table. So you have a drawer here. You have a drawer here. Now look what happens. You have a drawer here, and I have another one behind me, but let's leave this open.
So what's that, wasted space?
Well, that's what we got to figure out what to do with it. So when Milan starts putting this together, we got to figure out what are we going to do in here. That's why initially I said, do we keep the sides open, or I have other material. I thought copper, like sheet copper to cover the sides, or other wood, but we don't want to make it too busy.
Well, just the feeling of this table, because it's this chunky steel metal or whatever, it's kind of the man thing a little bit. It's could be kind of chopping block-ish, but with this hole in the middle here, so that's the hole. That's the black hole. Okay, and that'll be going here. We ought to utilize that.
That's we got to
in
figure out.
between there, so with the top still on.
Well, the top's still on, so it'd be a great place, maybe like a shelf or something. So we'll put that in there, and I'll draw it up for Milan and get it over to and to start working on it.
Hi, guys.
Jerilyn, how you doing?
I'm doing. How well are you guys?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, I was just shopping back there.
Oh, that's a good place to shop.
I know. I'm after a flower pot that is unique that could go around my fire pit.
Okay, so it could be any material?
I would like industrial type material.
Hey, now I think I got something for you. I just got back from a pick, and I have a bunch of stuff we could go look at in the back room here. Let's go pick my pick. Hey, this is Jerilyn Nieslanik. I'd like to introduce you to her. She's a fellow repurposer that frequents P2R a lot. Let's go pick it, Jerilyn. Okay, Jerilyn, this is all the stuff I just got back from my pick, and it's really packed back here, but that piece I think is going to...
Look at this. This is delightful.
Yeah, that's a trash basket I picked up.
It could be a great laundry basket.
Nah,
oh
that's
my
cool. Little
gosh.
cleaning, that'll be what it'll be.
Oh, that's
now,
awesome.
This is a cool piece. I
Look at
love
the
it.
colors.
Yeah, it's an unusual small barrel dolly, but the colors are what it makes it, because I don't find them in that colors. But this is the piece I was thinking about for your, this is industrial at its best. Now let me take it outside here so we can see it in the sunlight.
Oh, that looks
get a better look.
great.
It came out of a demolition yard on cleaning out, and it probably came out of a factory, and they might have mixed stuff in there because it has a spigot on the front. And what I like about the spigot, it's fantastic for plants. Because, you have to have a way for the water to come out.
Totally drain.
Right, so the water can drain right out on the inside in there. So your plants aren't going to rot in there, but it's sort of sitting low to the ground, don't you think?
Yeah, I think you need to stand on it just to make it so it's more stable for if anybody hits it.
Hits it like here. We're
So what
right
was
here.
this used for again?
Well, look at this overflow on here. It looks like it came out of, might even be glue or paint. But it's really cool on the front. You got this label, C. Ross and Son, Brooklyn, New York. But what really gets it are these rivets. That dates from like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So we need a base.
We need a base.
We can go many things, but what's coming to mind, and this is great for your ranch, I have this piece back here, it came off of a hay machine.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Sort of like a disc.
Oh, it is a disc.
Yeah, so what we got here is, let me set this down right about here. And now, what's good about this, I'll take it off the ground just enough so that can still flow, because you don't want this so high up.
No.
I mean, we could put it on a stump, but I think that'd look weird. What this type of base does too, it gives it stability, so it's not going to blow over in the wind. So
Yeah, and if somebody hits it, it would not knock over.
Knock over. So
oh, can you imagine a big geranium in
that's
there?
what I'm saying. You can go really tall, and you have
That's going to be beautiful.
So my job next is I'll lay it out, drill some holes in there. I have some old bolts. Since it's 3, that's perfect. We'll put 3 on there. And you know what? I wouldn't clean it up.
Oh, I'm not going to clean it up at all.
No, because look at that patina.
No, that's what makes it beautiful.
That's what makes it beautiful. If you get it clean, we might as well go get you a new one.
No, and I don't want new.
No,
that's not my style.
Not at all. So we'll get this out
Nice.
to the ranch when we come out there.
Oh, that would be great. I have some other things I want to show you.
Oh, good. I can't wait to get out there and see that.
Awesome. Great.
Thanks.
Thank you.
About 2 weeks ago, I dropped off the drawing for the all repurpose table over here at Milan's. Milan is a local, you might say, artisan, craftsman. And one thing we like to do at Picking to Repurpose is work with these local artisans on some of our repurposing projects.
I was born in South America.
Oh, so the plot thickens.
I was born in Paraguay.
Wow.
And when my parents, they were Slovak. You know, they was, before it was Czechoslovakia, so it was Czech and Slovak. And when I was 11 years old, my parents moved back to Czechoslovakia. And I lived in Czechoslovakia 16 years. Then under the communist regime, in 1966, I escaped from Czechoslovakia and I ended up in Greece, in the refugee camp in Greece.
Really?
Yes.
How did you escape?
Well, it's a long story.
Make it short.
So I'm going over here to check to see how he's doing on the all-repurpose table. Deb, she got over here a little before me today, so she's been working with Milan, probably on some other ideas for the all-repurpose table.
40 years ago, we had a machine shop for 41 years, you know. We started from scratch. I was working just myself, and when we sold it, we had about 35 people working for us. So by trade I'm a machinist.
Okay.
Also I'm a welder. I can weld, but I'm not. I don't call myself welder. You know. And my hobby really is. I was a blacksmith.
So we're just about there. He has a wonderful piece of property here that he lives on. It has his little tool shed right out here, like a blacksmith workshop, because that's what he loves to do. He loves to do blacksmithing. So let's go see what they're up to.
Finally, huh?
Hey, Milan, my friend.
Hiding?
Been hiding from, I don't know. Good to see you. Let's see what's going on. You guys already started without me?
We're finished.
Oh, darn. I guess I'll sit in the background then. Okay, we finally get to see it, from paper to reality, the all repurpose table. So working with Milan, Deb and I are working with Milan on doing this design. What we like to do is we like to go with like old parts like the drawers, and then we'll use old material, and we'll see that back at the shop, what we're gonna use for a top. But a lot of times you gotta incorporate new material in a way that complements the old material, so the new material has an older look. So working with Milan, he informed me I should go over to the metal yard and get some structural steel. Like what dimensions were we thinking on the legs in that, Milan?
So these legs are made out of 3 by 3 by 16 wall.
We had to get different size rectangular tubing, and then you see what the drawers are on, which is unique. Milan said, I was thinking about putting wood in there. He says, no, just get like an angle iron, L-shaped bracket, and that would hold the drawer really nicely to go in and out.
And for the rest, we decided to go inch and a half by inch and a half square tubing.
It maintains nice metal with the wood drawers, and then when we go with the wood top. Deb's been here for a while with Milan, so I'm very curious to see what they've come up with since we did the initial drawing. So what are you guys talking about, you and Milan, Deb?
What are we talking about, Milan? I was saying this bar right here.
Yeah, we will remove it.
I would like to move it, like if it's structural or something here and here, say, so that there's two of them, so that after the top is on, this would be open, this whole thing, probably a piece of wood or something, so that you could use it for storing things,
yeah.
instead of just closing this up all along and having this with the top on it empty. So a piece of wood flush like this. It could even be a piece of chopping block.
Oh,
And to hide the drawers.
And
Stack the drawers.
side like this, and it would be a beautiful, beautiful box, like, you know.
Yeah, finished box where you could put anything, food, pots, pans, wine, wine bottles, yeah. So you could reach from each side. And that's what's nice about the table. You could operate from all sides with the drawers, and then with this new idea that Milan and Deb came up with, you even now have functionality over here. So initially, just to go back when we were laying this out, I was saying to Milan, let's close that in, and we were thinking, do we go with wood or metal? And I had this old copper roll, and he cut it, and we thought, okay, let's see how that looks. And then we're like, oh, why waste this? Look at that. It just hides it, and it doesn't, it's just too bland looking.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Well, it's not functional. I'd like this piece to be a bit of a
Exactly.
Right.
piece.
And that's why we like to call it, I was calling it the all-repurpose table, and I thought the all-purpose table, this just gives it more purpose.
Yeah, we will take advantage of every space.
Yes,
And
yes.
Absolutely.
We want to stay with something that's a decent size to work on, but not so large that if you had this in your kitchen as an island, it doesn't occupy the whole kitchen. As you'll see when we get it back to the shop, when Milan's done, you know, doing what we're talking about here with alterations, I'll experiment on sanding it in levels of sanding, because you can score this as much as you want or as little as you want, and just see how it looks with the drawers and the top. I've been spending the last few days here working on the all-repurpose table. My final touch on the top is when I use my paste wax. That smooths out the finish and gives it a very, very soft look, but still maintains that beautiful rustic patina. But let me step back a second and explain the whole process. my parents over probably 30 to 40 years sort of honed down on what works and what doesn't work. So what I like to do is, you see what I started with, pretty dirty, can't go putting that in your kitchen. So I take my belt sander and just lightly take off that crud in that, but still keep that good look. Then I go with a golden oak colored stain. Now why golden oak on maple? Maple's too orange. Just from experience, the golden oak makes the color pop. Let that dry. Then I go with my secret stuff, the wipe-on tung oil finish. I don't like polyurethane. Polyurethane just gives the wood a plasticky look and really hides the beauty. Once that dries, then we're back at the paste wax. And that's what, again, takes the highs and lows out and gives it this really nice, low gloss satin finish. So now you see the top. Let's go over to the base. This is the base that we've been working on with Milan. We got it back from Milan. You can see I put the wood in here like we talked about for the storage. That's old authentic wood, and I just used tung oil on this because it has a nice color, but the metal. That's what we had to think about, what we wanted this to look like. Because we didn't want it to look like that brand new metal. So Deb came out and said, oh, Craig, can you make it look like this patinaed pewter pot? And I go, oh, okay. So that's when the experimentation started. And that happens a lot when you're doing stuff like this. So what I did is I first took my grinder wheel and I scored it up a little to take some of that new look out of there. And then I started playing with colors on here. Since Deb said she wanted a pewter look, I went to the hardware store and I found this forged hammer finish, but what I liked, it said antique pewter. So I brought that back, and then I went into experimentation mode. I first put a full coat over the metal, so it's just like that color. Then I used my muriatic acid, which will give that quick aging of patina. Well, that was a little too much paint. So sanded that off, and then I did what I call a 50-50 spray. I just put about 50% of that antique pewter spray on there and left a little of the metal show. Then did the muriatic acid, and oh, that's what did it. What happened here is that almost identical to that. We have the pewter look, the tarnished pewter, and I have some muddling of the black and other spots on there. So in effect, it went better than what I thought. It has almost like a cast look, like the cast iron legs, which I wanted, not new extruded metal. So we had that, got that all done, and Deb's inside right now with the drawers. That's why you don't see them out here. She's gonna do the fun stuff. She's gonna pick out which drawers with those cool white porcelain handles that are gonna go in here. So let's go inside and see what Deb is up to.
This is our repurpose table, finally finished and ready to use. I love the size of it. It's just a perfect size for so many things. Showing you how you could easily use it as a sewing table. Because in the middle here, you can put your legs under really easily. And if you need it for extra things, you know, they've got these 4 drawers that are great for storing stuff if you're gonna be using it for a few days for the same thing. And I really like it a lot. This little poke here is a nice storage place also. You could use this table for so many things. It would be great for the middle of a kitchen, like an island. It would be a great, you know how you come in the front door and you throw all your junk down? Be a great table for that. And then, let's not forget chopping broccoli. It's a chopping block, I don't know, 2 inches thick or something. So we could do that. And then of course you could use it as a desk or any art table. I've been setting up our wonderful table for maybe a fishing vignette in the store. So here's some of the things that I put. It'd be great to tie flies on. I mean, there's lots more room. This is a lot of fluff. And I've got some right here that I just whipped up. And here's one of my fishing purses or whatever. See? Nice and Midwestern. It's just great. It's so handy. I love it. Of course, this is my favorite thing to do with our repurpose table. Little cheese, little wine. Yeah, every night. Ooh, I think I need a man to open these bottles.
Did somebody call my name? I'm here. Let's see here. We can open this bottle, but oh, hold on a second. This is more my speed today.
There you go.
Got that. Well, Deb, you know what? It's been a great show. We got all 3 P's done today.
Yep.
That's the pick, purpose, and placement. So we need to have a little bit of a celebratory drink.
Just a little.
Just a little. Okay, a little more than a little.
Okay.
So a little toast to that. Cheers to that. I hope you enjoyed the show, and stay tuned, as in this first season, we're going to scour across Colorado looking for unique vintage items, and then we're going to collaborate with the local craftsmen to give you something like this. And what we love the most is we're going to bring this look into your life. Until next time, we will be picking to repurpose.
Land sakes, the junk man's coming, the junk man's coming around. Gather up your old time clutter, and the junk man takes it to town. Some fenders and windows and gutters of tin, and things made of silver and gold. It don't have to glitter, it don't even have to work, it don't even have to be old. Land sakes, the junk man's coming, driving his purty blue truck. I hear he deals in fine antiques, but all he's buying is junk.